Uncluttered and Unfiltered is brought to you in part by our latest obsession, pancakes. Pancakes are the revolutionary cold pack that stick to you so you can stick to your routine. Whether you're pounding the pavement as a runner like me or you're tackling the clutter as a professional organizer like Christine, Pancakes has got you covered. Pancakes comes in 3 sizes and can be used again and again. We both keep them in our freezers, and when we feel an ache or a pain, you just stick them on your body. You can do it 100 times. It's all the benefits of using a cold pack, but no downtime. Find Pancakes at pain-cakes.com or at thousands of retailers nationwide.
Welcome to Uncluttered and Unfiltered, the podcast urging you to let it go and don't look back, with nationally acclaimed professional organizer Christine Stone and self-proclaimed hot damn mess radio and TV personality Eden Kendall.
Welcome, everybody, to another edition of Uncluttered and Unfiltered with Eden and Christine. And we're talking today about routines, why having a routine can make your life more organized and more peaceful, why not following a routine is the way some of us go through life. And we're going to get to that as well as your comments that you made a few weeks ago when we posted the question on our Uncluttered and Unfiltered Ladies Only page. Before we do that, I wanted to share with you something that suddenly is in my feed. You know how? I don't even know how. I must have spent more time watching the video than I meant to. So now the algorithm on social media thinks I want to be bombarded with this product.
Right.
Although don't get me wrong, I see the value in the product. It's fantastic. It is a device that you insert for Kegels. All right. So this is for your pelvic floor.
Which is so important, by the way.
It's very important. And your pelvic floor will thank you for giving it the love and attention that it is asking you for. But what this device is, and I got such a kick out of it, and this is why I think I've been targeted by this video because I watched it for so long. You insert it. They did not show the insertion on the video. And then it is a video game where you squeeze and this little thing jumps over. There's all these different scenes where you're literally operating the video game with your hoo-ha.
Oh,
so you're squeezing. And I bet as you're listening right now, you're squeezing because as I'm saying it, I'm squeezing. And I'm thinking about it. It's called Perifit.
Wow.
Perefit.
That's one way of
I've been given a pretty good bill of health for my pelvic floor. So by my doctor, so I'm not necessarily going to rush out and order a Perifit. But I thought it was really smart. And I just got this vision of me sitting like with my phone one day and my husband walking and thinking I'm playing a video game. And I'd be like, wait, hold on. Don't talk to me. Right. I've got to get to the next level. You're squeezing.
That'd be one way to really do that, though, and really get it achieved because you'd want to get to the next level.
Exactly. Everything. And you want to have I mean, would you go so far as to maybe have a high score competition with your girlfriends?
Hey, your pelvic floor will thank you. And, that controls so many things in your body. People don't realize if you don't have a strong pelvic floor, your back can bother you. I mean, there's so many things related to it. And as you get older, as we both know, it's just so important. So what a great, ingenious idea.
I thought it was really smart, for incontinence or whatever the case may be, sexual pleasure.
Yeah, all those things.
But I just thought, wouldn't it be so funny to have... Well, will somebody reach out to Perifit, will you, and tell them that they should sponsor a tournament that we will hold on our Uncluttered and Unfiltered Ladies Only page.
Oh my God, that's
and everybody will buy one and we'll all play against each other. And I'm kidding. Okay, so let's get into it. Let's talk routine. We say every episode at the beginning that Christine is a professional organizer. I'm a professional hot damn mess. I am chaotic, my brain, but what it boils down to, and it's not that I can't change the symptoms, but ultimately my brain operates in a different way
than mine.
And I've learned to embrace it. But I do know that it would bring more peace for myself and for those around me if I could operate in a more organized fashion, if I could do things in a more routine way.
Well, we found this out a few weeks ago when you and I were sitting talking, and I was laughing because I am so routine and you are so not routine. And you think we would have already figured this out because it's been a couple of years, but just hearing your weekly, how you run your week versus how I run my week, we were both fascinated by each other.
Like if you asked me, what time do you go to the gym? I would say, I don't know. Sometimes I'll go right from work. Other times I want to come home and take a nap and then go. Or what time do you eat dinner? I don't know. I mean, I just have no routine.
And my whole life is routine. And when I get out of my routine, which is funny because you're saying you're not. So when I get out of my routine,
you feel like me.
I feel very uncomfortable. I feel very, like things just aren't right.
Sure.
And so I think you're right. Everybody's brain works differently. And I do feel though, when you have routines, kids love routines, toddlers love routines. I mean, in general, your pets like routines. If you break your pet's routine, they go crazy. It just calms the brain when you know what to expect. I think that's what it is. You know what to expect. It's not a surprise. It's not coming out of left field. You know what to expect. Every day you have to wake up and you have to, because I think as you get older, why do I have to wait? My kids are grown up. I don't have to get up for, ballet or school or, it makes you get up and do the things that need to be done, whether it's in your home or in your life.
Let's talk about you guys over on our Uncluttered and Unfiltered Ladies Only Facebook group. Kathleen said that she is a stickler for her weekly routine. Saturday is different, but she still has kind of her own whole thing going. She tends to the dogs and the chickens. I feel like if you have chickens, you've got to have a routine, right? Breakfast, work by 6:30. Sunday, she just adds church into the mix. She loves to break things up. But she has to have that routine.
Love that. Robin,
on the other hand, says, I have no routines. I've tried. I know it would make things much easier, but my brain just can't follow through. And I'm with her. Britta says, I have a routine and I get antsy when I'm off of it. Vacations over 10 days are a good example of this. After about day 8, I want back to my routine.
See, and after day 2, I want back to my routine. I mean, it's true. I think it's so fun. I'm fascinated by this because when you're younger, you think everybody should be like you. Yeah. Everyone should think like me. Everyone should do the same things I do. And as you get older, you realize everybody's different and you have to embrace it and you have to embrace your true self also. Like I used to get talked into going somewhere for a week or whatever. But for me now, I know my limit. I know my boundaries and I set my boundaries and I don't feel bad about it. I know that after a long weekend, I'm good to go and I'm ready to get back to my routine. So I think everybody has a way of handling their weekly, whatever they do. And for me, it's very routine.
Now, I will say when I'm at my day job, which is at the radio station, I follow a routine. But that's because
you have to.
These things have to get done at a certain time. I mean, you just can't just decide, okay, I'm going to be doing the weather report at this time when it's supposed to be at this time. You can't do those kinds of things. But by and large, it is a difference in, I don't know if brain is the right way to phrase it, medically speaking or neurologically speaking. Yeah. But my husband will say to me quite often, that brain of yours, that's a quote. Oh, that brain of yours. And I think you nailed it when you said, once upon a time, you thought everybody should think the same way. When you realize that it's not laziness, it's not a lack of respect for the way someone else lives their life.
Right.
It's just simply so much more difficult. It's like I live in a snowy climate and you living in a warm climate. It's harder for me to get there on a certain day. I just haven't, or it's harder for you to not be there.
Only because I'm an organizer. So I see what not having a routine does to people's lives.
Right.
Because I see it, if people don't have a routine of maybe tidying up once a week or, whatever it may be, clearing out their old makeup, I see how it all unfolds.
Right. And it's
searching.
not for lack of wanting that routine either. I mean, now the day before the garbage comes, I clean out my fridge. And that is a routine that I started from listening to the Uncluttered and Unfiltered podcast. I heard you say it.
Yeah.
And I thought that makes such good sense. Now, if I had a whole day worth of checking off these items, I know I would be more calm. I know I would have.
Well, it saves you time.
It does save you time. Can you give us some examples of a week in the life of Christine routine wise? Yeah, let's talk about it.
Okay. So like you said, every Sunday I clean out my refrigerator because Monday is garbage day without fail. Even this morning, I wiped down the shelves, getting ready to go to the grocery store for my new week. I literally can tell you every week I clean my makeup brushes every week because I feel like, if you want clean skin, you got to clean your makeup brushes. So that's something I do every single week. I also go in and delete once a week all my spam email, all the spam, and clean out all my emails, answer any emails that I may not have were not of priority. And I really clean up my emails. Another thing I do is I make a list at the beginning of the week of everything I want to accomplish by Friday, because you can't accomplish everything in one day. It's just not going to happen. So whether it's hiring someone to fix your pool or hang a curtain rod or whatever it may be, you can start checking off the list. And even if the list has to go into the following week due to someone's schedule, it's okay. It's on a list. Every Sunday I make pancakes for me and my dog. Every single Sunday we have pancakes.
You and your dog.
Yeah. My husband will eat them too, and he likes them, but he's not as routine as me and the dog. Yeah.
So
My
the two of you have your pancakes.
We have our pancakes together. I love to clean, tidy up on Sundays as well. I also, in the springtime, before it gets really hot, since we're in Florida, like to tackle the garage and make sure that the garage is cleaned and organized so that I'm not doing anything in our miserable summer months. And I, every single week, clean out my purse. Every single week. I take everything out. I get rid of receipt. I do what I need to do.
What day of the week does that happen?
That usually also happens on Sundays.
Oh, so it should be very clean right now.
Yes.
May I peek?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
I'll tell you what I'll do too. I'll let you.
Yeah.
I'll let you peek. Well, first let me look in yours.
Okay.
Okay. I see. Okay. First of all, you have different pouches.
Yes. I have different pouches.
What looks from the outside looking in, this is an empty purse that has 4 pouches, a wallet and 3 pouches and a phone. And that's literally it.
Yeah.
That's it. So you've got one is obviously your wallet. This one is
that's makeup? A makeup bag.
And then what's in this pouch?
Which one? Oh, okay. This pouch. Oh,
that's part of the purse.
Yeah, but it's a pouch. And this is where I keep Kleenex, breath mints, hand sanitizer, eye drops, lots of eye drops. Of course,
tape measure for your work.
Yes, tape measure, because I'm always measuring something. I am a tote girl because you can have separate individual bags thrown into a tote. I always keep an electronics bag for my AirPods, to clean my phone, a charging cord because I got the new iPhone 5 or whatever it is, and it never stays charged.
So that's in a pouch.
That's in a pouch. So I just throw pouches in the bag. And I have to tell you, whether I'm traveling or every day, it just works so that I know where every single thing is. Now,
I'm not making fun of it. I aspire to that. I do. And I'm not going to be a hypocrite and laugh, and because the fact is, I will go home and try to emulate that today. It's aspirational.
Oh, good.
So first let me tell you, would you read out loud the Mother's Day card I got last week from my husband, just to show you that this is, and he did not know we were going to discuss this.
I love that. Honey, you hold the key to my heart, which I thought was so sweet. Seriously, I think it's buried in your purse somewhere. Oh,
which is so true.
Yeah. Yes. Cause she always loses her. Oh, I forgot to tell you, I have an air tag on my purse as well.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. Okay. First of all, it's heavy.
Oh my God.
My God.
Wait,
I don't have the chalk in here. Last week I had a whole thing of chalk in there, but
how do you
I'm telling you. All right. Can I give myself credit for one thing and one thing only? If you pull out that little Lululemon fanny pack, the green thing, that at least is what I would grab if I was going into a store. That has just my keys and my wallet.
Okay. She has a workout band.
Okay. That is if I needed to do some stretching, right? If stretching broke out right now, I'd be ready for it with my band.
God. Wait, I am going through this. Tons and tons of pens.
Like so many pens.
So many.
Because
tons of hair things.
Yeah.
I just
and they're not in a pouch together. No.
Tons of hair things.
Probably
another hair thing.
Okay. What else?
I love this. Random money. What's that?
Those microphones. Wait till you see what else is in there.
Oh my God. A big, huge microphone.
Yeah.
No wonder this is so heavy.
Yeah. That's a giant microphone for when I host trivia. I have it with me all the time.
Of course.
And that's the wireless piece to that microphone. It's just
more pens. I'm going to count them all, by the way, at the end.
I know.
Okay. More pens.
Okay. And I'll tell you why the pens
More
are in
pens.
it. Because every day out of habit, when I'm done at my job, I put my pen in my purse and then I go find a new pen at my job.
Loose change. More pens and more pens and more pens. I'm counting them all.
I'm a pen thief.
Okay.
I have
more hair stuff.
Okay. Uncluttered and Unfiltered is brought to you in part by Hearts for Minds. Hearts for Minds is encouraging you to use your sidewalk to motivate others for Mental Health Awareness Month. Help break down the stigma of mental illness, spark conversation, and maybe just make somebody's day a little sweeter. It's easy. Grab some chalk and write inspirational messages and pictures on your sidewalk. Snap a photo and share it online by tagging Hearts for Minds on Instagram. And use the hashtag #ChalkItUpForLife. That's chalk it up, the number 4, and life. Let's chalk it up for mental health. Visit Hearts for Minds, that's Hearts, the number 4, and Minds.org to learn more.
What's that?
That's a tote bag, and I don't know why it's in there.
She has an empty tote bag.
Yeah. I can't remember.
Mail that isn't opened.
Yeah, what is that from?
See? I knew it.
Oh, that's from the pest control. I forgot I put that in there.
Okay, more money, loose money.
Okay.
This is hilarious.
I'm almost ready to call this.
Okay. More pens. Okay. Oh, what's that?
That is a charger for a phone.
A phone charger.
Yeah. What else?
Ibuprofen.
Yeah, that's good to have,
An opened lipstick that has hair
we should
hanging
throw that
on
away.
it.
We should probably throw that away. Okay.
Boy, I'm feeling so at home right now.
I know. That's hand sanitizer that I've never opened.
That she's never opened.
Yeah.
And some hydration sticks.
Yep. Those.
More Advil.
More.
A random charger.
Uh-huh. You're probably wondering.
Wait, a battery.
One battery. Yep.
The end of a pen cap.
Yep. Should we call this now? Is it getting boring?
Well, my point was this is a junk drawer in a purse.
It is a junk drawer.
It's a junk drawer in a purse.
And in case you're wondering, would you say our purses are identical in size? Probably.
Pretty much.
Yeah. And then I have on my Tide stick. I've got more lipstick, here's some more Advil.
Yeah.
That's 3 Advils.
Like I almost want to clean your purse for you.
Here's another hand sanitizer. Here's some poo-pourri and a Tide stick.
Yeah. This is the point I think we're trying to make is when someone says, hey, can you get some, whatever it is, how long does it take you to find it?
Oh my gosh. I can never find anything. Here's the other battery. Here's another battery. Okay.
So I guess that was my point. So
it's a valid point.
It's very hard to locate things, which means it takes a lot of time out of your day when you are not somewhat organized. You don't have to be super organized, but when you have routines and you have places for everything, it really does save you time. It saves money, but it definitely saves time because you're not constantly searching for your keys or for a hair tie day or whatever it is someone asks you for. And you have enough pens to open a bank. She could open her own bank with all these pens.
So the reason for all of those pens, as I mentioned, was like, I will be working at my desk at my job, and I will take whatever pen I've used and I'll throw it in my purse. And we always have a lot of pens around, tons of pens. So I'll grab another pen the next day and the next day and the next day. And when I leave out of habit, I throw it in my purse. I had no idea I had so many pens. I knew I had a lot. And then, total disclaimer, rather than pull them out, I left them in so that we could have this moment. But none of those pens were added specifically for this. It's just that I purposely didn't pull them out.
I mean, listen, like we said, your brain works totally different than mine. This would give me such anxiety, but it doesn't bother you. And I think this is the point that we're kind of making is everybody's different. Everybody's brain processes things different. It's just a matter of how easy you want your life to be. You don't have to be totally routine like me, but just cleaning up something as simple as a purse. And maybe that type of purse isn't what you should be carrying, because some of the stuff maybe it should just be in a small purse that you carry when you do other jobs, and it's in your car and not on your person.
I agree with everything you said. And I will even take your side on the part of where you said that this doesn't bother you. No, it doesn't. I don't walk around feeling anxious. I do have trouble locating things when I need them. And that adds to my anxiety for sure, because let's say I have to, in a hurry, grab something. Yeah, nobody wants to be that person pawing through their purse. And clearly by the card that my husband gave me, that is the person that he sees. Right. So, and whenever I clean it out, there's always at least a day, 2 days, 3 days where it's nice and clean and it's in pouches and everything. And I feel fantastic. I feel good about it. When my car is clean, I feel great about it. It's just a matter of then I let it build up and I let it build up because I don't have the routines in place. I mean, if I didn't clean out my purse every week, I'd be probably looking at the same thing. You just have to, people say, what's the trick? What's the trick? You have to make time. I can't blink my eyes and give you time. You have to make the time to schedule maybe a routine once a week for 5 minutes to clean out your purse or to clean out the junk drawer or to clean out the refrigerator, whatever it is. It's scheduling those few minutes a day or a week or every 2 weeks to get the areas in your life that really should be in order, because it just makes life easier for you and your family. Because I'm sure your husband, after the 100th millionth time of not finding something, is like, oh my God, really? We're doing this again? Oh, 100%.
Right.
Or that time that I was looking for my keys and I just grabbed my whole hamper and I said, well, let me put my hamper in the front seat of the car. And if it starts, then I know it's in something that's in my hamper.
That is the funniest thing. Okay.
So, we just operate in
different ways
to illustrate, but I do aspire to be more like Christine in these ways. Do I want to be like Marie Kondo, who in her book said that she empties her purse completely every night, thanks it for its service, and then puts it away? No. But do I want to weekly go through everything in my purse? Also have these pouches where I can separate things based on when I'm going to access them? Absolutely. That's what I want. So I would like some accountability here. I would like to open my purse and let you look in it as though I'm trying to shoplift. From now on, when we see each other, just be like, let me take a peek. Like I'm trying to get into a concert. Just give me, you could have a stick
and just start going through it like a concert. Yeah. I mean, listen, I think everybody has their way of doing things, but you have to ask yourself sometime, is this working for me? That's it. Really. Is this working for me? And if the answer is no, what little small changes can you make that will make a world of difference?
I have something that will make you laugh. What I will do is I will set some alarms on my phone to remind me to clean out my purse.
That's a great idea.
Because I set alarms on my phone, and that's the way that I can stay on track. So I will Sunday afternoons at 4:00, an alarm is going to go off and it's going to tell me that I need to clean out my purse.
If that works, then I think that's great. I personally, because of my brain, it just comes automatic because
Yes.
I can maybe do it in the morning, midday, late afternoon. I just think making time, I mean, whether it's scheduling it in your calendar, setting an alarm, like you said, to do something, but really, if you want to kind of create a peaceful environment, you have to schedule the time to do these types of purging things that we're talking about.
And the purse thing was literally just an example. It could reflect anything from the basket of mail, the refrigerator, the pantry. No, I'm just saying all of these things that if you don't do
at
these
least
things
once a
routinely.
week, routinely, especially the mail. And if you think about it, how much mail do we really get now with online banking? So people, you're not alone. They just let it stack up and stack up. Anytime you look at something that causes you anxiety, it's time to get a little bit of a routine because you can manage that. I have faith in you. You can do it.
All right. It was an intervention, folks. You were here for it. Hope everybody enjoyed it. So please do some things for us if you wouldn't mind too terribly much. One is you can leave us a review or give us stars. And what that does is it's not just to feed our ego. What it does is it actually creates how that algorithm is so sneaky. It actually makes us more accessible to other people to find us. You can invite friends. The most important thing in our minds is if you were to tell one friend about Uncluttered and Unfiltered, that would be huge to us. So we would appreciate you doing that. And by all means, join our Uncluttered and Unfiltered Ladies Only Facebook group and suggest topics for us.
We love that. We love that.
Or ask the other ladies in the group if they've experienced something that you've experienced. It's just an open forum for you to connect, and we love when you do so. So remember, whether it's 50 pens, a battery, and
a million hair things.
You can let it go.
And don't look back.
Hi, it's Eden. Christine and I absolutely love bringing you Uncluttered and Unfiltered, the podcast for women over 50. For the first time, we're asking you for your help. A one-time or monthly donation from you will help us with production costs and help us grow this awesome community. Find a link to make a donation in our most recent show notes in our Uncluttered and Unfiltered Ladies Only Facebook group pinned to the top or on our Uncluttered and Unfiltered Facebook page. And in advance, thank you